What's going on, ladies and gents? How are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of news, and today I'm going to be talking about this story here and then some hip-hop news, because today we just found out that the person that killed Surface Actor Eddie Hassell has been arrested. That's right, because a couple of days ago, if you guys ever watched the TV series Surface, you'll know that Eddie Hassell unfortunately had his life cut short in a apparent random robbery attempt. But now they finally found a justice for him, and it says here that the person suspected of shooting and killing Surface Actor Eddie Hassell has been arrested in Texas, TMZ has learned. The Grand Prairie Police Department tells TMZ its Department of the U.S. Marshal Service North Texas Fugitive Task Force arrested John Antone on Wednesday for capital murder. The 18-year-old suspect is currently being held in the Grand Prairie Detention Center with bond set at $500K. Cops say Anton allegedly shot and killed the actor in a random robbery. The case is now being handed off to the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office. TMZ broke the story. Eddie was killed last Sunday morning after he was shot in the stomach while outside his girlfriend's apartment. Cops say they got a call about a shooting at 1:50 a.m. When they arrived, they saw Eddie had suffered from apparent gunshot wounds. Cops rendered first aid and he was transported to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. He is best known for playing Phil Nance in the NBC show Surface. He also starred as Eddie Suarez in Devious Mates for a bit. He was 30. So it's been like a couple of days since his murder, but now they finally managed to crack his murder case. But here's what happened. It says here that Eddie's rep tells us that he was shot in the stomach while he has been outside of his girlfriend's apartment. However, we don't need to read this because, the suspect has been arrested, but we're trying to figure out, what on earth happened that day that he lost his life, because, obviously it was a random robbery attempt, because there's no other way to describe it. This is just really messed up, you know? Actor Eddie Hassell, most famous from NBC Surface, has died after being shot, TMZ has learned. Eddie's rep tells us he was killed early Sunday morning somewhere in Texas over what appears to be a carjacking. His team is now working on getting more information, but they confirmed he has in fact died. While he didn't have too many leading roles in movies or TV shows, he played quite a number of them for over the years. He's perhaps best known for playing Phil Nance in Surface from a bunch of episodes. He also starred as Eddie Suarez in Devious Mates. Other acting credits include a role in The Kids Are Alright, Family Weekend Till Death, and other cameos in a ton of other series and flicks like 2012 Longmire, Jobs Bone, Southland, Warrior Road, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, Bomb City, and other projects. Besides being an actor, Eddie was an avid surfer and skater. He was also a published author, having written Should Someone Should Tell You, starting Revelations of the Truth to help you understand and improve your life. So all I gotta say is that hopefully justice will be served for Eddie Hassell, because this is really messed up that somebody's life like that will be cut short. This is just getting out of control, but hey, at least they managed to find justice for him, and hopefully justice will be served for him. And now we're going to be talking about Drakeo The Ruler. That's right, because as you people know, Drakeo The Ruler is a rapper that was falsely accused of murder, because it says here that Drakeo The Ruler's first day was being commemorated on social media. The rapper shared a few tweets and videos of himself on Twitter, while several other photos of jails making the rounds. When the person y'all love to hate to get out of jail, he tweeted along with a video of himself calling out people who never picked up the phone for him while he was incarcerated. So apparently what happened was that Drakeo The Ruler was falsely accused of murder. That's right, because apparently Adam22 knows more about this, but I watched one of his videos and he talked about how Drakeo was falsely accused of murder, and they tried to frame him for a murder case even though he didn't really do it, but it says here that his fight for freedom has come to an end. On Wednesday, November 4th, journalist Jeff Weiss, who has been covering the 26-year-old LA rapper's legal case surrounding murder and attempted murder charges from the start, announced that Drake would be coming home today. Incredible news. The DA suddenly offered Drakeo a plea deal for time served. He took it. The ruler will be coming home tonight. He's free. It's unquestionable that LA voting out Jackie Lacey last night played a big major role in the DA's decision. We have every reason to be cynical. This was a case where collective action and organization actually paid real-life dividends. The nightmares over Drakeo is free, he continued, referring to the former LA County DA Jackie Lacey, who lost the race to the newly appointed George Gascon. And of course, the indefatigable work and legal skill of Hamasaki Law, who is more responsible than anyone for breaking Drakeo home, he wrote. Drakeo, born Daryl Caldwell, is currently processing out of the LA Men's Central Jail, where he was being held since 2018 for charges in the 24-year-old murder of Davion Gregory at a party in Carson, California, on December 10, 2016. Last year, Drakeo was acquitted of the charges of murder and attempted murder, and then retired again the case on different charges 2 months later. Criminal defense attorney John Hamasaki released a statement of XXL following the news of Drakeo's release from jail today. Drakeo has suffered through 3 years of cruel and unjust treatment. Today he comes home to his family in Youngstown. He wants the fans to know to expect some fresh music out soon. Drakeo himself also provided a short statement. We know the truth is undisputed. Drakeo free, he said. In March of 2018, Drakeo The Ruler was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder, and several counts of conspiracy to commit murder for Davion Gregory's death. Police believe that Drakeo, along with members of his Stink team collective plotted to murder LA rapper RJ. Instead, the cops say Gregory was killed on December 10, 2016. Drakeo was arrested on felony charges related to the case in March of 2018. In July of 2019, he was acquitted of the charges. 2 months later, the rapper was retired in the case for criminal street gang conspiracy and shooting from a moving vehicle. He was facing 25 to life in prison for the charges. Drakeo has accused former LA County DA Jackie Lacey, who has been handling his case for the last 4 months, of preying on the black and brown community in exchange for money. Jackie Lacey has had a bad track record and is endorsed by all law enforcement. She's perpetrating the prison industry in California, which means your brown and black friends and family get preyed on in exchange for money, he tweeted. He also says she signed off on the death penalty in the case, knowing that he wasn't the shooter, nor was he involved. On November 3, Lacey lost a bid to keep her seat for a third term after George Gascon, a former LAPD Assistant Chief of Police in Mesa, Arizona, and SFDA, won the race. With his freedom and please, Drakeo The Ruler can now get back into music. This year, he dropped the mixtapes Free Drakeo and Thank You for Using GTL, named after the intimate telecommunications system choice for LA County. Prior to that tape, he was on a consistent run, releasing I Am Mr. Mosley, I Am Mr. Mosley 2, So Cold I Can Do, and Cold Devil. He's been praised for his dynamic style of rapping, unique slang, listening to Flu Fleming, and intimidable talent, which has earned him respect in the West Coast rap scene and beyond. So honestly, man, all I gotta say is I'm really happy that Drakeo is free because, you know, I watched Adam's video and I do think that Drakeo was very innocent. I do think that they were trying to unfairly frame him in this murder case because, I mean, I don't understand why they would try and frame him in the case knowing that he's not responsible for his death. I mean, it's just really messed up situation, but regardless, I'm glad to see that Drakeo came back home and he doesn't have to deal with this legal stuff anymore because, you know, I just can't imagine going through stuff like this, you know, like, this is really messed up. Like, I would never wish this on anybody. Like going through a legal case like this can be very, very stressful, you know? But now that Drakeo is back, I think he's going to make a comeback. I think he's going to continue to produce more hits and all that stuff. But anyways, ladies and gents, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more hip-hop news, and peace.